The room was a cage of shadows, its only light a sliver from a barred window. Ilara, a ghost in faded cloth, pressed her face against the cold iron, her weary eyes tracing the lines of a world she could only watch. The laughter of children, the scent of baking bread, the vibrant hues of a life beyond her reach, they were all just fragments carried on the breeze, torturous reminders of a freedom she barely remembered. Her dark hair fell around her like a shroud, and a deep sigh escaped her lips, a sound swallowed by the oppressive silence of her confinement. Each day bled into the next, a monochrome existence measured by the slow crawl of light across the grimy stone floor. Hope had become a dangerous thing, a flickering ember she struggled to keep alive in the desolate landscape of her heart. One afternoon, while tracing the familiar cracks in the floorboards, her fingers brushed against an edge that was slightly raised. A jolt, sharp and electric, shot through her. With a heart that hammered against her ribs, she worked her trembling fingers into the gap. The wood groaned in protest, but slowly, painstakingly, she pried it loose. There, nestled in the dust and darkness beneath, lay a key. It was old, coated in a thick layer of rust, but to Ilara it was more precious than any jewel. It was a promise, a tangible piece of a future she hadn't dared to dream of. She clutched it tightly, the cold metal a stark contrast to the warmth of the hope blooming suddenly and fiercely within her chest. The opportunity came cloaked in a storm. Thunder rattled the very foundations of her prison, and rain lashed against the window, a furious, cleansing torrent. This was the moment. With the key in her hand, she crept to the door, its lock a familiar, taunting shape in the gloom. The key slid in with a grating sound that seemed deafening in the charged silence. She turned it, a prayer on her lips. A click, loud and definitive, echoed in the small room. The door swung inward, revealing a corridor that was a river of darkness. She plunged into it, her bare feet silent on the cold stone, navigating the labyrinthine passages by memory and instinct, the storm her only guide. After what felt like an eternity of navigating the suffocating dark, her hands met the rough, splintered wood of a heavy outer door. She pushed with all her remaining strength, her slender frame straining against the weight of years of confinement. The door gave way with a final mournful groan, and she stumbled out into the nascent dawn. The world exploded around her. Rain, cool and liberating, washed over her face, mingling with the tears that streamed from her eyes. The wind whipped her hair, a wild, untamed caress against her skin. She lifted her face to the gray, stormy sky, taking a deep, shuddering breath of air that tasted of rain, earth, and an intoxicating, long-forgotten freedom.